Okay, what we're doing here today is I'm going to show you quickly a MegaCruncher. This is not a gaming machine. This is a machine that I built specifically to crunch data for distributed computing. You can look that up at Berkeley University. Kind of like folding at home, but slightly different. So if you want to look at that, it's fine. What you're looking at, yes, that is a pool table with another table on top, and then on top of that I have my rubber mat for the computer. This is the biggest table I have in here, so that's why I'm using it. It will not scratch the pool table, so don't worry about that. And it's grounded. You can see the wires down here. Alright, hang on a second, we'll get the computer. Okay, what we have here is my main cruncher. It is a Corsair Air 540, and the reason I picked that is because if I have 4 GPUs in this thing and I need maximum airflow, and this design allows me to remove several items from the main compartment that obstruct the airflow. So on this side, what you're going to see is I've added some of these little felt tip that you can buy at your grocery store that help move heavy furniture, and I've just taped them together with electrical tape and put them on the side panel here, and then flip this on the side, and I'll explain why I did that here in a little bit. First you can see is that we're going to look inside the other side of this case to look at what's in here, and it's messy. I admit it's messy. You have the CD drive, you have the SSD, which is hiding, but it's in there, and you have a 1600 watt PSU. And I need that much to power the 4 GPUs that I have in this machine. Normally there's a cage up here that the SSD drive goes in. I took that out a little while back and had to put it back in, but the SSD is still in there. Just move it over to the sides of the blank empty area. Now, let's move this sideways. Normally here, what you would see would be the plastic cover, like this, and it would normally sit here, and it would let you look at your GPUs. You have the plastic covering on it. I removed that specifically because when I was trying to get maximum airflow out of this thing, I was finding that I wasn't really getting good airflow. And I'll explain that here in a second. Okay. What you're seeing here now is inside the guts of this cruncher. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. I'm not going to rebuild this thing because it takes a long time for me to do it, so. But what you're looking at there, this is an Asus X99 EWS. We have DDR4 3200, and then we have 3 980 Ti's in here. And what we're going to be doing today is adding a 4th. And you're probably wondering, what the heck is going on with all those wires and tubes? Well, those are for the radiators. 2 of these 980s came as hybrids. The other 2 I converted. What we're putting in now is a standard 980 Ti hybrid that you can buy. This case comes with 3 places for 3 120 fans in the front and 2 140s on top, or you could put 2 120s on top also. In this case, what I've done is we have the CPU in the middle. It is a 6950X, and no, I'm not going to take out the radiator so you can look at it, but I'll show you a little bit. It's 20-core, 10 with hyper-threaded 20. That is a Corsair i115H. It came with 2 140s. They're too noisy, so we replaced those with 2 140 maglevs, which give better acoustics. we have the three 980s here. We have the radiators from each one of the GPUs coming up here, and I move the fan, which is normally on this side, that blows out that way, onto the other side. Because what you can do is you can remove these covers here. You can't really do it on the top, but on the front, you can remove this and install the 120s. So if you really wanted to, you could do a push-pull configuration. I'm not doing that because there's not enough room in there. But I put the fans on the outside, connected them in, went back to the GPUs. With this machine, it took several attempts to find the right configuration of which way to go with the fans. Normally everybody would say, well, you're going to blow it out, right? Yeah, that didn't actually work out as well as I'd hoped. I had that original one, but I found the temperature actually going up. And that makes sense because the room is much cooler than the inside of the case, so it's better to bring the outside air in to the case to cool down the radiator. So all the fans in this case are moving inward. These three are moving in, these two are moving down. Normally you would have your hard drive down here, standard hard drive. I don't do that because I want the space to help with the fan cooling. You can remove these little hard drive things that I have nothing in them. This would normally be the exhaust fan in the back, which today what we're going to do is actually we're going to install a fourth GPU here. The radiator will be mounted here with the fan to blow the air in. Now you're saying, wait a minute, your air is not escaping anywhere. Right. What I originally done a while back on this, on another one of these, I had actually cut a hole out and installed a 200mm fan, and I tried either having it suck the air out or blowing cold air in. It didn't really do much difference either way. The temperatures are still rising. But what we did find is that if we just remove the cover by itself and let it stay on the side, all the air was coming in from the sides, and this now becomes essentially the top. And the heat would rise, and it actually got better cooling with passive radiation. So, now you probably wonder where I got this thing. Well, there's a company out there, which I don't, top of my head, I don't remember what it is, but if I find it, I'll link that to you. Have it on email. Basically, they will custom make any kind of mesh covering for any size. You send the dimensions of the opening, and then they'll give you a quote your price, and then from there they'll ship you one. In this case, they're out of South Africa, and they made it within about a week, shipped it, and I got it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go clean my hands since I just got myself dirty, and we'll pause this and we'll install the next GPU. Okay, so before I start this, I moved on to the side so we could get into it. One of the weird things about this motherboard, if you've ever played with Asus, or Asus, I don't know, motherboards, is that they can be pretty finicky. And this one is no exception. It has 4 power connectors. You have the 24 here, you have 2 8s up here, and you have another 6, which I had to get 2 Molexes to connect. And an adapter plug in just below the DDR4 here. So that is right up against where the GPU 1 would be, so you gotta be real careful with that. And you probably didn't see that real well. So let's see if we can tilt this a little bit. Get you a better view. So this is the 6, these are 2 8s, and 24's over here. So here's the 980 Ti hybrid that I'm going to be installing. You can see the radiator's off it right now. And we're going to install it into this slot, which I'm not going to show you because it takes a little bit of finagling to get this thing in, but I will show you the finished product here in a second. The fan is sitting over here on the side, waiting to be installed. And I will do that here. You're getting ready to put in the fan, and people always say, well, how do you know which way it goes? Well, there are arrows which usually will tell you which direction the air is moving. Not all of them will do that though. So in this case we're kind of lucky, but okay, good times. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we need to put some power to this GPU. The 1600 provides you with a couple of 6 and 8 power connectors. If you read the manual on the PSU, it'll tell you you need to plug these into VGA number 6, 7, 8, 9 in order to assure that you have sufficient power for your GPU. So be sure to read that manual. So, now, it looks messy. I admit it looks messy. But it works. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have 4 GPUs in here. I'll lock this in place because I don't want this thing moving on us. And I'll start this thing up and I'll show you what it looks like under load. Now, one of my friends is a gamer. He likes to go to LAN parties, if they still have those. He thinks it's overkill. He's probably right. Because it serves no function for him to have as many GPUs. But again, this is not a game computer. This is a computer that is used for scientific experiments. And yes, that is a server class motherboard. So, goes on there. And we will hook this thing back up. Let it run.